mean, I understand a little bit. I might understand a bit of Italian. Speak a tiny bit because I'm
How many
but
languages?
not really count as speaking a language.
Okay. How many would you like to speak?
As many as possible.
Did you know any German before you moved to Berlin?
No, I learned English before. I mean, I speak English 10 times more fluently than German, and I can articulate myself.
Did you speak any before you moved to Berlin, or were you completely like, did you have to completely learn it fresh when you moved to Berlin? Or did you know any German before you moved? Did you learn any German before you moved to Berlin?
Both my parents are German, and they talk to me, so, or my mum talked to me more in English, but yeah, I was rusty with my German, and I properly learned it when I moved. Well, that's when it became fluent.
Tupou, how many languages do you want to speak?
How many languages do I want to speak?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm posing the question to Tupou now.
Okay.
Same question. Thank you, Yoli.
Well, I don't mind to learn languages. Probably French would be nice, stronger French, or Japanese more. I think these three languages are more used at international level when you travel. So it's good to have a lot of languages under your belt so that you can communicate well with everybody from all over the country. But I would say that English is a common language that we are now related to as a universal language, where everybody speaks that and communicates. Yeah, I think if not for English, we wouldn't be able to speak to each other very fluently, understand each other.
So, if we do have one common language that's English, what's a good reason for learning other languages?
Oh, well, some countries are more better suited to speak in their own language, just like the Japanese. Everything is in Japanese. The characters are in Japanese. Those Japanese characters of hiragana and katakana and kanji, and they hardly speak English. So if you go into the country, I think you should know how to speak Japanese because they communicate in Japanese. Everything is communicated in Japanese. So I think that's an advantage to learn another language.
We are close to our time. Can we contact you next week with our prototypes and show you our prototypes?
Sure, not a problem.
Okay, that's great. And we'll do it again on Screen 360 TV. Like
Okay.
this. Okay, how's this work for you? It's I think the speaker is the problem, but otherwise, are you? How is this mode of communication?
Oh, it's good. It looks good. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I can see our girlfriend from there.
She's in
I can see
Berlin.
also
Just before we go, Yoli, do you have a question for Tupou in Fiji?
I don't know. I have a friend that used to live in Fiji. Now he lives in Madagascar. But how is like? I mean, of course, like European life is very different. I want to know how an everyday life is for you, or like, are you politically active? I'm just interested in what kind of story. That was a really bad question. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I work for Save the Children Fiji. I look after a project called Kids Link Fiji, and it's basically raising the voices of children and learning the UNCRC. You know about the UNCRC, right? The United Nations on the Convention Rights of a Child. So this group of children I work with in Fiji are from the ages of 12 to 17, and they learn about this UNCRC and its responsibilities, and they try to promote this to other children in the country. They're also the voice of children in the country when government wants a consultation on on a children's issue, such as the Juvenile Act, that they will consult these children to see what they think about the Juvenile Act. So these children write down manifestos also on thematic areas such as ending violence against children, and we take up this manifesto in Parliament. So that the parliamentarians also hear the voices of children. I've also worked with young people under the National Youth Council of Fiji, which is under the Ministry of Youth and Sports in the country. I worked as a general secretary before, and I looked after two major youth groups in the country, which is called, one is the Provincial Youth Forum of the Fiji Islands. This group of young people are just basically Itaukas. They are the native Fijians. And the other one is Youth Service of Fiji. It involves young people with different ethnicities, young people with disabilities, young people with different sexual diversion or sexual orientation, young people living with HIV, young people with under sports bodies, young people under faith-based groups. So Youth Service of Fiji is basically non-Itaukas. They're outside. They're Indo-Fijians. They're Chinese. They're part Europeans. They don't belong to the other one, the other group. But both of these two groups align themselves to the National Youth Council and become the voice of all the youth in the country to government.
Wow.
So that's basically my work. And of course, we are approaching our elections this year. So all the young people right now, they are at this day and age, they are very articulate with the issues that are coming up. They're very articulate with the parties that are going to stand up for campaigning. So they're very alert at this moment of time.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for telling us that. And I'm afraid we do have to close, but we'll be coming back to you to show you your influence on our prototypes next week. Okay, so thank you both very, very much, and we will be in touch. Have a good day. Have a good night. Yoli, once again, say that Tupou.
Vinaka means thank you in Fijian.
Vinaka. And Yoli? Of
Danke.
course. Danke. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Here we go. Hey, applause, applause, applause. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, okay. We won't do I like, I wish, but I do want you to, or you can